know that have separate subs sometimes, you know, drive too much signal to the sub for, you know, when they're mixing or mastering. If you're making music, it doesn't. Again, it doesn't really matter, but you know, when it comes down to fine-tuning the process, it might would, because you can easily go way too heavy on the sub, but then when you play it back on another system, like you know, want to test your mix out in a club or something like that, it could just be like overloaded the sub, because the way that you made it, you know, it sounded good in your room, but it just didn't translate on a tuned system. So you got to be careful with that. So that's why I like working at low volumes. Like my maximum listening level is maybe like 85 dB. That's about 85 dB. Now, yeah, so like 85 decibels in this room isn't perceived to be very loud, but it actually is. If you listen to that at this level for like about 20 minutes, your ears will start ringing. It sounds really quiet, but it's not. But anyway, around there is kind of like what I mix out on the top end, because you know, if you start really like driving the mix, and then you know you feel it in your chest and all that stuff, you get like what's called like believe it or not. You know, and your hearing will attenuate over a course of time, like being at a really loud concert. That's just good practice. It's good for your ears, and they'll thank you for that when you're about as old as Phil Collins. You can totally make a professional sounding track in a bedroom studio, like people do it all the time. I mean, wait for fucking Skrillex's masterclass. He'll laptop you up and down the fucking block. But I'm serious, he will, because it's all he uses, you know. And you can get really creative with all this in-the-box stuff. So there's a very blurry line between, you know, kind of what I'm doing and you know, with all this shit, and then what you can just do using plugins, you know, because it's like I hate to say it, but you know, a lot of people don't care that, you know, they're listening to 128 kilobit MP3 files when there's full 16-bit 44 one, and you would be awkwardly surprised of how many people. Can't hear the difference, which is heartbreaking in a sense, but it is what it is. So the process of what you're using, you know, has obviously been debunked to shit, but what people do lack is the ideas, the forming of the melodies and all that kind of stuff. That's all super important shit, because whether you're in the fucking $2 million room with every fucking synth, or you're in on a laptop or whatever, if you don't have the ideas, you know, and a melodic structure, and to know what notes sound good together, then you're fucked either way, dude, you know. So that's really refreshing to know, like I would imagine if you were doing this on a budget. I approach music on an experimentation level. Like I don't dream up things. I'm not, you know, fucking what's his name from the Beatles. So it's like I had it in a dream, you know, and I transcribe it. I need to hear it. I need to be